Want to know how to raise a family and run a business? Then you are in the right place. I'm Amy Walker, small business strategist, speaker, and author, and today we are talking about how to raise a family and run a business. How do you accomplish both at the same time? So for all the tips that you need to grow your business and maintain balance at home, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and then get the bell notification so that you can get notified every time we release new content. Y'all, I have 5 kids. It's a lot. They're all boys. They all live at home. Their ages are 7, 8, 12, 14, 17. They're in all the stuff. And I will tell you that while this journey of entrepreneurship and motherhood may not be the easiest, it's amazing. So many great things have come out of it, and it has been such a blessing for our family in so many ways beyond just paychecks. So today we're going to start off this video by talking about some of the benefits and challenges to raising a family and being an entrepreneur. Then I'm going to give you some specific tips that you can use to help you do a better job at raising your family while you run this business. And we're going to wrap up by me just sharing a little bit of my story and my journey as an entrepreneur mom. All right, let's jump in and get started. So the benefits of being an entrepreneur mom while you're raising a family is that you do have more freedom over your schedule than working moms do. It doesn't mean that you have freedom though, right? Like you still have to work, you still have to put things in, but you do have a little bit more freedom and control. I think one of the other benefits are that you get to make the decisions in terms of how fast you go in business, whereas in a job, somebody else determines how fast you go. So if you need to pull back for a season, you can. If you're ready to run fast, you can. Like it's really nice that you can set that pace. Another benefit is that I think kids who are raised in entrepreneurial households are amazing. They learn so much. They have a different level of understanding and a different perspective of the world. And some of the lessons that you're learning in business that have taken you into your like it took you till your 30s to learn them, your kids are going to grow up knowing those lessons, which I really think is going to help accelerate their success as adults. So there's a lot of great things that come from raising a family and building a business. There's also some challenges. Time being one of them. There's a lot of demands on your time. Another one I would say is that there's a certain level of unpredictability with being an entrepreneur, and there's a certain level of unpredictability with raising a family. And when you mix those two together, sometimes it's crazy. It can get a little bit crazy. Another challenge with raising a family and running a business is neither one of them ever turns off. They're both always running all the time, and they both always need you all the time. And so you can feel a little bit spread thin. So there's definite pros, there's definite challenges, but what I will tell you is it's totally worth it. So let's jump into our tips for how you can be more successful at raising a family while you're running a business. Tip number 1 is to measure the quality of your relationships, not just the quantity of your time. As an entrepreneur, our schedules are not 9 to 5. They are 8 to 3, followed by a 9 to 10 that night. Or I'm going to be running an event, so y'all are not going to see me for 3 days. Or I'm traveling this week, but I'll be home all week next week. The time fluctuates. And so if you're basing the way that you raise this family based on time, it's going to be a little tricky and a little bit all over the place. But if you will pay attention to the quality of your relationships, you can have quality interactions with your family while you're on the road. You can have quality interactions with your kids at weird times of the day. I have been known to wake my kids up when I knew that they needed some time, like wake them up early and take them out and like go on a walk through the woods or go out to breakfast or things like that before everybody else is awake, because I knew that they needed time and I knew that that was when I could give them the time. So if you'll pay attention to quality of relationships, you're going to find that you can do an amazing job raising these kids. My second strategy is to enroll your family into the concept of a family business. It shouldn't feel like mom's business or dad's business. It should feel like our business, and everybody gets to contribute and everybody gets the benefits from it. So sometimes your family's contribution is direct. So for example, my husband and I run this company together, and I have a son that does our SEO keyword research, so he has an actual job in the business. And maybe some of the others will have jobs at other points as well. We'll see. So they're actually enrolled into doing the work of it, but everybody contributes to it. They contribute by doing things like letting me have a meeting when I need to have a meeting, supporting me while I'm on the road, helping out around the house so that I can do what I need to do. So enroll your family into the business. Help them see how this will benefit the family and what's at the end of it and why it's the best thing for the family, not just that it's just your thing that you do. Think about all the family businesses that have ever existed in our nation, the farms, the restaurants, the corporations that were founded and family run. The whole family was invested, not just the one person whose name was on the ownership papers. You want your family enrolled, I promise. Tip number 3 is one of my favorites. Teach your kids the lessons you're learning in business. I have learned so much from being an entrepreneur. I've learned about how to face failure. I've learned about how to set goals. I've learned about how to be influential and how to have better sales conversations. And I've learned about abundance and scarcity. And I've learned about how not to manage my money and how to manage my money. I've learned about risk management. I've learned about learning. How do you learn something new when you don't know how to do it and there's no one there to teach you? I've learned so much as an entrepreneur that has helped me to be a better person. Pass those lessons on. Being an entrepreneur, I think, is one of the best training grounds for learning how to be a great parent, because you are learning all of the lessons that your kids need to learn in a short, condensed window of time, because as an entrepreneur, you don't have a lifetime to learn all of these things, or you'll go out of business. You have to learn them a little bit faster, and then you can pass those on. The other thing that I love about entrepreneurship is you never stop learning. There's always the next level. There's always something new. And so your kids get to watch you be in this environment of constantly going after your dreams, constantly learning, constantly evolving, constantly growing. Pass all of that on to your kids as much as they are open and willing to receive it. Tip number 4 is you are going to have to learn to manage your time. And I know some of you got into entrepreneurship because you wanted to be free spirits and because you wanted to have no schedule and you were excited about waking up when you wanted to wake up and going to bed when you wanted to go to bed and working when you wanted to work. But here's the deal. If you are trying to raise a family and manage a business, you have to learn to manage your time. Otherwise, it's gonna be hard to fit it all in. Like, really hard. Can I get closer and emphasize that more? Really, really challenging. You, my friends, have got to learn to manage your time. If this comes naturally to you, awesome. But for me, it didn't, but I learned it. And time management is a learnable skill. And I do have some other videos on that if you want some tips on time management. Tip number 5, you've got to plan ahead. I am the parent at the beginning of the year that is like, I need all the dates for all the games. I need all the dates for all the concerts. I need to know everything so I can plan in advance, because here's the thing. I can be at almost everything that is important to my kids if I know about it ahead of time. Now, I say almost everything because there are 5, and sometimes 2 important things happen on the same night, and one of us has to go here and one of us has to go there. But I am at a lot of the critical, important things for my kids because I plan ahead. And I say no to business opportunities when they overlap with something that's really important and critical for our family. And I love that I can have that control, but it only happens when we're planned ahead. And if somebody tells me something at the last minute, guess what? It's probably not going to happen. I probably will not be able to be there because it's not planned in. So plan ahead. It will help you to be able to fit in the critical, important things for your family and still fit in those critical, important things for your business. I started my first business when my oldest son was about 2 months old. So I really have always been raising a family and running a business. And the kids are all still at home. My oldest will be out of the house next year. He'll be moving on to serve a mission, go to college, and do his next phase of life. But I've got a lot of years. My youngest is in first grade, so I have a lot of years of career and raising a family ahead of me. And what I will tell you is I really truly believe that you can do both, and you can do both really well. But you may adjust your pace. So I may not do as much with business now as part of me wants to. There is a part of me that like wants to just be like, let's just jump all the way in. But I have a finite number of years with these kids at home, and being able to go to their choir concerts and their band concerts, and being able to sit with them and have, you know, discussions with them that are about nothing and at the same time are teaching them everything. There's only a certain window of that. So what I want to tell you is you can have big dreams, and you can have big goals, and you can accomplish amazing things. And it's okay to pace yourself. I have found that my business has always been blessed when I've put my family first, and I haven't felt like I've missed out on things, even though I've said no to a lot of cool opportunities, and I have put the brakes on several times to say, nope, this is the priority right here. But my business has still grown, and we still run a multiple six-figure business, and we still have a lot of great things that happen because of it. And I also know that I will still have a lot of years after the kids are out of the house when I can speak and go on speaking tours and do all of those things as well. So your life is long, and I know sometimes you get into these moments where it feels like I gotta have it all right now. You don't have to have it all right now. You can pace it, you can space things out, and you can be amazing at raising your family and at business. If this was helpful, I would love to hear from you. Go ahead and in the comments, tell me which tip is going to make the biggest impact for your life. And if you like this, hit that like button, share it with another entrepreneur mom that you think could use some encouragement. If you want to join a community of like-minded entrepreneurs, make sure that you join our private Facebook group, the CEO Spot. And last, but definitely not least, if you need some more help in figuring out your balance and your flow, I invite you to join my 30-day challenge. It is a 30-day get more done challenge, the key to getting peaceful productivity in your life so you can accomplish more but not feel like you're killing yourself in the process. So if you want that as well, the link is in the comments. Thanks everyone so much for watching.